Second last episode before the mid-season finale. There's a lot leading up to this episode. We knew everyone in town was going to fight. We weren't sure how many hook scenes there's going to be, but it was an entertaining episode, I thought.
The first scene was Ingrid and the psychic.
Yeah, how odd was that? So she starts off in Boston. I guess that's where she first appeared in the real world. She's walking around in her dress.
I didn't find it weird.
How did she go from being lost in Boston to somehow finding a way to be a foster parent?
The ribbons, the hate, love, powered
First
by
of all,
love, powered
before
by
we even get into that, you know, they're trying to cut the ribbon off, but they can't do it. Did anyone try to untie the ribbon? Maybe that would have worked. I mean, the ribbon is clearly like malleable. She was moving around with like,
I know,
like elephant tusk or whatever. Well, if she just like pulled it, it's like, oh, why didn't we try this?
Maybe they did.
And it just wouldn't untie.
Probably. I didn't understand. Well, first of all, I didn't understand the whole. It's evenly distributed by love or some shit like that. I don't know what she was talking about. I didn't get it. Maybe that was just me because I'm stupid.
Well, no, like basically, it's just the whole old thing of love is what's keeping those ribbons together.
Yeah, as the episode progressed, I understood. But it's just like, how does she come to the conclusion, oh, well, if it's powered by love, it must come off by hate? Like,
that's something that I can understand if she looked it up or saw it in a book, which just thinks of it like, wait a second, it's powered by love.
Let's get Regina to hate me.
If I can get Regina to fire a fireball at me, we can probably get rid of it. And it's like, what if that plan doesn't work? Then what?
You die.
They like just engulf in flames, then Regina gets her way.
They like hold their hands up and like their hands
nothing changes and all of Storybrooke kills each other. Like, there's a lot on the line right there if you think about it.
Regina, I love Regina. I think she was really extra in this episode.
Oh yeah, I think I said this earlier. I think she missed playing that role, and so she really hammed it up when she was Evil Queen again.
It wasn't bad, but it was just like, whoa, like she had crazy eyes in this episode. The badass fight scene with Regina and Snow. Jake thinks that Charming was a little turned on.
What? Oh yeah, I know. I thought like instead of the spell being changed, like Charming was gonna see Snow fighting like that and like get interested in her again.
And then they just like fall in love all over again.
Yeah.
It's true love wins.
True love always wins.
There was one scene, I don't know if I'll be able to find it again to put it in, but it showed the Snow Queen's hands when she was holding the rocks. And she had some really old ass grandma hands. Did anyone notice that?
My hands don't look too, you know, your hands look pretty gross up close.
I guess. They were just really wrinkly.
Maybe they were so dry from all the cold weather she's always around. I think the girl who plays young Emma like really portrays Emma very well. Yeah. Like just like her little mannerisms and the things she says sounds like something Emma would say.
They do a really good job at casting younger roles. Like even the girl who played Snow White back in season 2, she was really good.
She was like spot on, like looked like her.
Mm-hmm. The Dalmatian part when they were picking the toys, I think that was foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, for sure.
I didn't feel bad I didn't feel anything for that relationship. It didn't make me like them.
Yeah, and like how silly was that part where she pushes her in front of a car to make it stop. Like, first of all, the car would have put its brakes on.
Apparently the car didn't put its brakes on.
The car just decided, by the way, has a mind of its own. Car is a person. Car just decided to drive around Emma instead of putting his brakes on.
My favorite part in the entire episode was when Hook was trying to find Henry and he was like, come on, Henry. And she's like, I'm not going with a dirty pirate. He's like, I bathe quite frequently, whatever. And then he goes, I never liked you. I especially don't like you now that you and my mom are together. And all that Hook took from that was, like, together? Is that what she said? Together?
And he's like, has a big grin on his face.
So cute. Just how happy he gets. Oh, and when...
Oh, yeah.
When Emma was taunting Regina.
I wanted to see how happy me and Hook were as a couple or something like that.
So
confirmed they're a couple, even though Hook's acting like they're not. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they've had that talk. Like, what are we?
Yeah, but like Hook likes the idea that Emma's going around telling people that they're together.
She's happy with Hook. That's what that means. The part where Will tries to beat up Hook and Hook's just like, okay. And just like pushes him over. And then there's crickets.
Yeah.
Did anyone notice that?
The crickets? I thought that was funny. He got knocked out.
It was so funny.
I actually thought that fight was going to be a lot more intense, like on the same level as Snow and Regina. But it was just Will tried to punch and he missed and Hook just been all badass.
Also confirmed, Emma is a Harry Potter fan.
Oh, right. You know what? Sorry, just thinking about Will. I mentioned earlier that Robin Hood must have the day off, and I just remembered he tied himself to a tree. And the last one. Remember?
Yeah, he did tie himself to a
tree. So that's why he was in the episode. So he's probably sitting there like, the whole time. Probably got really cold out there. He probably had to, like, you know, pee his pants and stuff. Like, what did he do? He's tied to a tree.
They could have focused it on, like, they could have shown a shot of Robin Hood. I don't know.
In case you forgot. But I mean, if you wanted to be technical about it, you could always look back and be like, oh, okay, he's tied to a tree. I get it.
Same as Belle. So that explained what happened to her at the very end of the episode. Her 2-second shot where she was sleeping.
Which they probably shot, like, last episode real quick. Like, oh, yeah, throw out the next one.
Anna finding the bottle was a little convenient.
After Regina sent them there, by the way.
Yeah, so if they...
Send you to the bottle.
How convenient.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I slipped on this. Oh my god.
Beaches are pretty big, by the way. There's lots of random shit on the ground on the beach. Happened to slip in that bottle. I saw this in the sneak peek, so this is why I didn't mention it. But I thought the line that Prince Charming threw out about Arendelle being covered in ice, or why are you selling ice? I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it's what everyone was thinking when they watched the movie Frozen. Snow Queen's death scene. Before we talk about the technicalities of that, I'm glad she redeemed herself. It was just too easy how she was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? I'm gonna kill myself now. I'm gonna sacrifice myself for everything. It happened very fast. In one scene, she's had a whole revelation.
I don't know, I guess that's what made that note so important.
I guess. That was really nice of the sister, though, to write that note. To tie loose ends before she died.
Yeah, little did she know. She should have just texted her and everything would be solved.
I don't know where she got that little rock where she can keep everyone's memories from. Just keep it in her back pocket. So the scene where she was dying, Jake made a funny point when...
Well, like, first of all, that whole scene in general is just like... I don't know, man. It was a little painful. I don't know why I said man. It was a little painful to watch. Because it was so dramatic, but I feel like the Snow Queen's only good at talking like this. And there's so much like emotion from the Snow Queen in this episode, it felt really awkward. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm so used to her talking quiet.
I actually liked how she had emotion, though.
Oh, really?
I liked how she kind of like spoke up and...
Yeah.
I liked that.
Making like a 2-hour speech while there's glass coming up to her. And don't forget, while they're shooting this, there's no glass around her. She's just standing there in a room like, for like an hour.
Well, that's the end of the Snow Queen.
Yeah.
It was a good run. I know I said I didn't like her this entire time, and I still stand by that, so I'm glad it's over.
And it's not the actress, it's just the character we're not a fan of.
Yeah, not the actress.
She did a good job doing what she does.
Mm-hmm,
except for that.
It's just like, I didn't like the whole idea of like her wanting to be sisters with Emma and else. It just didn't do anything for me. I wasn't intrigued. I wasn't like, oh, what happens next? I was more intrigued,
about like how like Rumpel's taking advantage of it.
And then the end when the curse came undone, I thought that scene where Charming, Snow, and Regina were all laughing was really cute.
And she says, what am I wearing again? And all that.
Yeah, it was just cute because it's like you just see how far they've come.
Charming's like dying in jail laughing to himself. This is all so funny. I've never laughed so much in my life. We
almost killed ourselves.
Regina isn't shattered, like have cuts all over from being thrown through a glass wall.
Yeah! No bruises. Let me know, imagine.
I'm sure Snow has a sore arm or something from falling on it.
At the end of the episode with Rumpel.
That's his name.
With Rumpel and Hook. I just thought it was so sweet how his last dying wish was pretty much to make sure Emma and the rest of Storybrooke is okay.
Emphasis on Emma. He could have said all of Storybrooke.
Hook's just like, why can't Hook just kill himself? That's what I would do. I mean, if it was my...
Wait, what?
No.
Why can't Hook just kill himself?
No, not...
I don't think he's depressed. I think he's doing fine.
Not
he's going through a hard time right now. He doesn't want to kill himself. He's trying to save people. That's his hook, by the way.
Uh-oh. Not because I want him to die, but if I knew that Rumpel was going to kill me eventually, I just beat him to the punch because just to like get satisfaction.
But there's still that chance that he won't die and he'll get to see Emma again.
How was there no Captain Swan scene though? When all of them were cured, right?
They had a busy day ahead of them.
No, when they were all cured and they were all fucking hugging each other in the street, sticking their tongue out, getting snow, wasn't anyone like, oh, wait a minute, Hook is at the docks. He's still tied up. Shouldn't we get him? No one said that. And Emma was just standing there watching her parents make out. Oh my God,
That's true. It's kind of weird. Okay, you know what else is funny actually? I was thinking this when we were watching it. I didn't mention it though. So you know how like the snowfall came and then they all started suddenly remembering like, oh wait, I shouldn't be killing you, or like what am I doing kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like when Henry got away from Hook, right? He started running away. And so like you end up catching up to all of them when they're all meeting up, making out.
Yeah.
So like he like, you know, oh no, Hook's gonna get me. I hate everybody. He's running. He's like, it's all his. He's like, what am I doing? Everything's fine. I don't know where I'm running to. It's like mid-run. He just like, where's my marbles? Where'd I leave them?
But yeah, wouldn't Regina want to go to Robin? Like, oh, are you okay, Robin?
You know, you think about it, nothing changed for Robin. He's still in the same spot as he was before.
Still fucking tied to a tree.
He's probably just as mad.
It's just so frustrating.
Wait, where's Roland?
Yeah, where the hell's Roland? Where did they put him? Where did
Is
they put
Roland around somewhere killing people? Now he knows what arrows are?
In the end, how Rumpel said that Storybrooke's gonna be safe, but the world's not.
So does that mean Rumpel... Okay, so first of all, before we even saw this promo for next episode, I predicted that the mid-season finale would be... The cliffhanger would be like introducing the 3 new characters that we've heard about. So Ursula, Maleficent, and Cruella. Mm-hmm. Is Cruella gonna play like the biggest role because it keeps showing Dalmatians? She's gonna steal the one Dalmatian in Storybrooke, be like, I did it.
All I'm asking is that for the mid-season finale, Emma finds out about Hook's heart. Otherwise, I will not be able to get through the next 3 months.
When Rumpel's like, oh, I'm gonna leave town and the world has to worry about me, what does that mean? He's gonna take over the world? Like, I leave Storybrooke, he's gonna try and like be the grand wizard of the world. The only thing you can realize is the real world outside of Storybrooke is very different. It's not just like one savior running around. There's like an army and stuff that'll probably try and kill you.
Good. Maybe the army will take down Rumpel. Good for him. He deserves that.
There's 110%. There's something going on between them.
I hope so.
And it's okay. It's happening.